Good afternoon, everybody. We are going to bring the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee to order. Today is Wednesday, June 26, and it is 4 o'clock. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Chairperson Patty Smith.
Here.
Vice Chair Schweda Bade.
Here.
Alderman Carl Franco.
Here.
Alderman Mike Seville.
Here.
Alderman Bill Donnell.
Here.
5 present.
Thank you. Our first order of business is to approve our minutes, 24-0467, approval of the
So moved.
minutes from the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee meeting held on June 12th, 2024. I got a motion
Second.
by Alderwoman Bade, a second by Alderman Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries forward. Clerk, do we have any public comment today?
We have no one signed up for public comment today.
Thank you so much. First item on our agenda is item number 24-0464, a resolution approving a final plan for the partial 2 in Aurora Ventures assessment plot located at 4333 Ogden Ave for the expansion of the service area.
Hello, my name is Emma Field. I'm Associate Planner for the Planning and Zoning Division. So today we are going over a service area being added to the Hyundai Napleton, or Napleton Hyundai. The subject property is currently with the PDD Plan Development District zoning which is part of the Fox Valley East Plan Development District. In 2013, a final plan for this property was approved by the resolution number R 2014-111. The petitioner is requesting approval of a revision to the final plan for the expansion of the vehicle service area. The proposed building addition is 5,828 square feet. It's located on the south side of the building, which I can zoom in right here. Zoom in a little bit. They currently have they're adding 7 bays to make a total of 19 bays in their facility. So this is the current building, and then this is the proposed addition down here. This will change parking spaces slightly, but they still meet parking requirements with a total of 258 parking spaces.
I'm actually going to start since this is my ward. I do have a question about the parking because I have recently received a lot of complaints about the street parking that goes on, which would have nothing to do with you guys, as long as there's enough parking there for your staff. So your staff is not parking on the streets, am I correct? Do you want to come up to the podium? Yeah, thank you. And just give us your name and can answer.
Bob Bowman, I'm the work for the Napleton Group, an architect of record, and I did all the drawings for that.
Okay.
So
did you follow my logic? Because there's
Yeah.
a lot of street parking going on there, and I know you guys see it.
Yeah, that's a facility problem that we as the corporate would have to go to them and say, you gotta stop that. There should be plenty of parking on site for them. Most of that parking back there is display parking and service parking for service. It's not really employee and stuff. There's all the stuff in the very back there. There should be plenty of room for that, for the staff to park. There should be no one's parking on the street.
Okay.
Yeah, we also
Okay.
have another facility across the street that,
And I'm not saying they are parking on the street. I just know that there's a parking issue on that street
Right.
right now. We just want to make sure we're not adding to it as we
we shouldn't
expand
be
it.
adding to it, and I don't believe anyone here should be actually parking on the street. They should all be parking on site.
Okay, that's all. That was my only concern. Anyone else?
I went out there and saw the same thing that Chairman Smith saw. But the question, and then I drove through the Honda dealership, and it appears there's 2 different management styles going on because the Honda was almost empty. Is that a Hyundai thing that we like to keep a lot of product on hand?
That's not our dealership, so.
Oh, I understand,
Yeah.
but it was like night and day from a parking standpoint.
Well, we have a lot of display cars, we do a lot of service business.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of that stuff in the back area is the service where they temporarily park the service cars while they're going in and out, and we have a very robust service business at that Hyundai.
Okay.
And sales is actually pretty robust too, but the customer parking is all along the front.
So there's two areas that got heavy lines on them, and one of them looks like a dumpster enclosure. Is that part of this project as well?
Yeah, down there, yeah, so the existing dumpster enclosure is too small. They were given bigger dumpsters, and they've been putting a lot outside the dumpster enclosure because it's getting overfilled. So they asked us to enlarge it so that it could be more hidden, and we can make sure that they can get the bigger dumpsters there. And that's kind of what we did. So it'll be gated. Currently, it's also falling apart. So we had to replace it anyway because the masonry is starting to crack and fall apart. So if we're going to replace it, we just wanted to make sure that they could fit, and any overflow boxes and stuff will fit in there as well, so you won't see it outside the trash enclosure.
So just one more question. So where it says detail, when I drove by, they were running a car through the wash. Is that the detail area currently?
Yes, what they do is they'll once they come out of the car wash, they will park the cars outside and dry it off. So this is actually gonna be they'll do the final wipe down and prep of the car once it comes out of the car wash, but it's also going to be the detail area for when they get new cars unloaded. They will do a wipe down and wash, or when they sell a car, they will do a wipe down and wash. So it's an overflow. That area was in the facility across the way, and what we call the Westbrook building. But we've had to make changes to that because Hyundai the requirements have changed, so we had to displace that. So we put it here.
All right, thank you.
Question. I just want to do some of the math here. So 258 spaces. It says in here, we're meeting parking requirements. What is the parking requirement?
So it is at least 3 parking spaces per bay, and then I believe 300 square feet per retail area. They have more than enough with 258, but that's also including the ones that are parked there full-time that nobody owns.
All right, trying to do the math. So you got 19 bays, 57 spots for those, right? Is that the right thing with the math? Is that we're talking about three per? So 57, and then how many employees?
I'm not entirely sure of the total
Round
employees, but we
ballpark.
probably got one per, in the service, we got one per bay, so that's 19. Probably a couple for parts, so that's 20. I think the occupancy I have is we're at about 300 total occupancy allowed, but the actual is a lot less because we don't have that many employees. We got the sales in the front, and then we got the service, and then we got the parts people, and so we don't nearly meet the allowable for the occupancy type.
Okay. And then I just think about the car wash. So when a car comes out of the wash, it goes in one of those spots, those parking spots in addition? So I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the accumulation on a worst day scenario when everybody's at work and everybody's getting their car washed and all the bays are full. We're still good as far as, Emma, we're still good with all that? I just want to make sure, because that would be my concern, that the math doesn't jive. You know, and I guess we always look at this in the worst scenario, but when all that happens, we're still good to go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure. Okay, thank you.
And the detail bay was dead space anyway, because that was a drive, for, basically coming out of the car wash. So we just enclosed it because we have issues in the winter, obviously, when we do that, so.
And would you like to add to that? Do you have
Oh,
something
I have
to
nothing to add.
okay.
I just came up in case there was ownership questions.
Okay.
But my name is Stephanie Day. I'm in-house counsel for Napleton. So.
Thank you, Stephanie. Any other questions?
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion by Alderman Franco, a second by Alderman Donnell. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you all very much.
You're welcome. No need for closed session.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion to adjourn by Alderman Franco, second by Alderman Bate. All in favor?
Aye.
We go home. We're done. That was a quick one.